So the New York Times reported that Humane only received around 10,000 orders and their goal was 100,000. This article contains a lot of interesting insider information, like how employees tried to convince the founders not to launch because it wasn't ready. So subscribe and buckle up. So yes, they only received 10,000 orders, and this came from an insider source familiar with their sales. And it seems that Humane had it rough around launch week because after the reviews came out, they apparently started looking for buyers, and the company that has taken the bait is HP. Yep, your favorite printer and computer company, Hewlett-Packard. So the $1.1 billion price tag we discussed last week comes from Humane's investment bank that's helping them with this sale. And I'm not an expert in sales and mergers and acquisitions, but I'm guessing this is a highball move to try to get as much out of this as possible after negotiations.
Never take the first offer. How's 12 grand sound?
15?
12?
Maybe get a little bit more than their $240 million fundraising. It's been rough at Humane and you can tell. MKBHD had to call them out on Twitter because of a complicated order cancellation page, Adobe style, where they had users submit a reason for cancellation. Also recently, they announced a safety alert for the charger case, which posed a fire safety risk associated with a battery in the charge case. They were getting a lot of props for at least getting good hardware, cause Imran was an ex-Apple designer with a lot of patents under his belt.
This little thing, the build of this thing is actually impressive. Like genuinely, I think if you're looking for a reason to feel like you're not getting ripped off, the hardware packaging actually kind of accomplishes that.
But now even the engineering of the hardware is not holding up. RIP. The New York Times article also says, many current and former employees said Mr. Chaudhry and Ms. Bongiorno preferred positivity over criticism, leading them to disregard warnings around the AI pin's poor battery life and power consumption. A senior software engineer was dismissed after raising questions about the product, they said, while others left out of frustration. I think all of us were asking ourselves the question, how didn't we test a lot of these features? But now it seems more apparent. They brought in the Apple energy, but they needed the Apple level of toxicity to achieve excellence.
Now turn it on. Here.
Also, the Humane team providing an extra backup battery and charging case increased the price of a final product by $100. That, I'll give it to them, it's on brand with Apple. Also revealed was that they would put the AI pin on ice packs before demoing it to investors, which is fine, makes sense if it's in the early stages of development. But Imran was prioritizing the device's sleek look and wanted software to fix stuff.
Well, we'll fix it in post.
So it also seems as though the employees at Humane knew that this was a shit show. They tried to convince the founders to not launch because it wasn't ready, and also begged the founders to hire a head of marketing. This one's hilarious. Imagine your employees seeing the first video launch and cringing so hard that they beg you to find someone who has better ideas. They also fired a senior SWE for talking negatively about Humane. I really wonder how the husband and wife duo works in that way. Also, apparently more than 1,000 companies reached out to them within 48 hours of launch to collaborate, and this comes from Bethany, not an insider source, so I need receipts on that one because I don't trust the founders with what they say. Let me know what you think of this debacle. This is some serious flop, and I'm surprised the devs and designers at Humane still rub the set on Twitter so proudly. Probably sunk cost fallacy at this point. Anyway, see you on the next one.